I'm ranking every single gun in Fortnite Reload, from the absolute worst to the most overpowered gun we've seen in a long time. To make sure this list is accurate, I played Reload all day, making sure to use every single one of these guns, so make sure you guys like and subscribe because this took a lot of filming. And I would also really appreciate it. Anyways, before we get started, this list will not include any exotic or mythic weapons because those are seriously way too hard to find. I swear they are random. Nobody really knows which ones are in the game, so we will not be using those. And starting off with the worst weapon on this list is one of the most surprising picks I have because my least favorite weapon in Reload is the heavy shotgun, coming in at number 21. The reason why I say this is because it feels near impossible to box fight with this, and it requires you to aim down sights. It's a slug bullet, meaning it's not like other shotguns. It only shoots one bullet, meaning you have to be accurate. For how hard it is to hit a shot, it does not pay off well in damage, and a good pump shot will do more. I would pick up any other shotgun in the game over this one right here. I might even pick up our number 20 weapon because that is the silenced pistol. The reason why the silenced pistol is this low is because it just has a really small magazine size. It has a lot of bloom and I don't think it actually has enough bullets in the magazine to kill somebody fully. And another basically unusable weapon coming in at number 19 is the DMR. Now the DMR isn't really that bad of a weapon, but it is very hard to find a good time to use this. I feel like it's meant for zero build players because by the time you damage somebody, if they're not a grandpa, they should have the reaction time to build, and you can't put any pressure on their builds with this weapon. But with our number 18th pick, the infantry rifle, it is able to top the DMR because you can get more shots off before they build. It shoots a little bit more faster, which allows you to actually put pressure on these players, and it doesn't reveal your positioning with the scoping, making it way better than the DMR. But going on to the next tier, the D tier weapons, these are guns that are actually kind of usable. The first one we have here at number 17 is the tactical shotgun. We all know what it is. It's really only useful off spawn unless it is a higher rarity like purple or gold, and I personally dropped it as soon as I found a pump shotgun. The revolver comes in at number 16, and I had a good clip for this, but I guess I forgot to record it. So the only one I have left is me actually missing a shot with it, which is actually a perfect example of what this gun is all about. It's very hard to hit shots, and it really just feels like a baby hand cannon that does less damage and is not rewarding to use at all. The Ranger assault rifle comes in at number 15, and I actually think this is a good place for the weapon. Fortnite clearly knows this is not a good weapon, which is why it is actually the gun you respawn with. It doesn't do much damage and it shoots very slowly, but it's still much more useful than anything before it on this list. But what might surprise you is that the combat pistol at number 14 is actually better than the Ranger assault rifle. The reason why I say this is because the combat pistol is actually a decent weapon in close range situations. It fires fast and is actually deadly in a box fight, but this gun is not good enough to save you, as I died here when my pump didn't shoot. How have they not fixed that glitch? The next tier we have is a C tier. These are weapons that you wouldn't be crazy to have in your inventory. And at number 13, starting it off, is the heavy sniper rifle. This rifle is actually pretty good in picking people off running around the map. A headshot is an insta-kill, so it's definitely worth picking up. Even if you don't hit a headshot, one good hit can ruin somebody's game and make it incredibly easy to spray them. But as you'll find out later in this list, there is a reason it is this low. At number 12, I have the Infiltrator shotgun. The Infiltrator pump shotgun is not a bad weapon at all. If I pick this up off spawn, I'm completely okay with it, and it's actually usable. Running a full match with it is not going to hold you back, but the pullout time is atrocious. Along with the mid damage it has, fighting with this gun can get very awkward sometimes. Another awkward gun to use, in my opinion, is the Striker Burst AR, coming in at number 11. A lot of people really like this weapon, but I just find it hard to use in my opinion. Almost every other gun in this game is hit scan, but this weapon doesn't feel like it's hit scan. Hitting shots is actually very hard with it. The hipfire spray is really bad, and scoping down feels kinda awkward. But the damage definitely makes up for that flaw because one burst can make somebody shambles. And coming in at number 10 is the heavy AR. This is one of my favorite weapons to use, and I honestly wish I could put it higher on this list. It has great accuracy at a long range, and the hipfire makes it surprisingly good in a box fight. It has one of the most accurate hipfires in the game, but the fire rate is very slow. You will lose every spray battle, and it kinda requires you to hit a good shotgun shot or catch players off guard. And it doesn't belong in the next tier because at B tier is the game changers. These are guns that you can pick up and it might change your game around. The combat AR is the first gun on this list, coming in at number 9. It's incredibly powerful in a box fight because it does great structure damage and it's not that hard to hit your first range shot, but spraying for too long makes ranged fights very hard. And I doubt anybody's won a ranged fight with the combat, which is very different from the next gun on our list. Coming in at number 8 is the silenced sniper rifle. This is one of those guns that I really fell in love with during my time playing this. I would never really pick it up, but the way I used it made this gun very strong. You see, the silent sniper rifle is much like the heavy sniper, but there is one reason why it's better. When playing a lurking playstyle, like maybe looking for a refresh after death, this sniper lets you hide very well and pick off opponents without clearly revealing where you are. The silencer on the sniper makes it really good. And one of my other favorite weapons from this challenge, coming in at number 7, is the tactical SMG. A lot of us remember this gun being really powerful in the OG days. However, it is the lowest SMG on this list, starting off in B tier, which is pretty crazy. The fire rate is very fast, but the damage could be a lot better, which is why it isn't able to make it past B rank. And at number 6, we have the Deagle. Similar to the TAC SMG, the Deagle shares the same problem where the damage isn't really good enough to push it past this point. But maybe that's a good thing because we've seen how strong the Mammoth pistol is. Our first gun in A tier is the Prime Shotgun, coming in at number 5. Before I went into playing with every gun, I predicted that this weapon would actually be the lowest on the list, but I have grown to absolutely love this thing. It hits extremely hard, has a very fast pullout time, and at high rarity can be the reason why you win games. But it is not the best shotgun on this list. The LMG comes in at number 4, and it is this high on the list because of the amount of pressure this thing can put onto builds. It has the biggest mag size in the game, letting you shoot for a very long time at an insane fire rate. And jumping into somebody's box with this is a free kill, especially if they aren't a great player. Number 3 is the scoped SMG, and this might be the most controversial pick on this list. With a small mag size and kinda bad damage, it's hard to understand why this is one of the top 3 weapons in the game. But this gun fries other players if they peek too long. And if they think they're safe behind walls, they would be mistaken because the bleed on this makes it one of the best pressuring weapons in the game. But it doesn't quite crack the top tier. At S tier, we have the guns that are absolutely essential and are overpowered in this meta. And the second best gun in this game is the Pump Shotgun. This is the most essential gun to carry in the game. Pump is the best shotgun if you want to get a good chunk of damage and has consistently been the most carried gun in Reload. We don't have to go too far into detail with the Pump Shotgun because we all know why it's amazing. But it's not the best weapon in Reload, because at number 1, we have the Combat SMG. And this is the most overpowered weapon right now. If a player is in your box with this gun, it is basically a death sentence. You should just quit out of the game immediately. It fries players, walls, and is not completely horrible at range. The fire rate and damage is top tier, and it makes it the most overpowered gun in Reload. While the Combat SMG might be the most powerful weapon in Reload right now, I bet that the minigun from last season would top this list. I don't know though. I want to hear from you guys in the comments what you think the best Reload weapon of all time is. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe because that would help me out so much. And also, YouTube thinks you would like this video right here. I'm gonna keep on talking because this video needs to get 8 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. We like Fortnite. Use code SWANS in the item shop. Okay, I think that's good enough.